Hi, welcome to the Elite4 podcast. I'm your host, Migs, and with me today are my friends from Bomb Diggity.
I'm Brandi. Hello.
And I'm Amanda.
I'm Kendall. Hi.
She also works at Bomb Diggity.
Don't tell Carlos.
She could.
Don't tell Carlos. So Amanda and Brandi are from Bomb Diggity in Inez, Texas, and they're joining us today on the Elite4 podcast. Thank y'all for joining us.
Thanks
You're
for having
welcome.
us.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
You're welcome. For real, you're right.
You're
You're right,
welcome
though.
that we're here.
Yeah, I am. I'm actually very, very glad that y'all showed up today. I was like, man, Bomb Diggity was one of the places that I really wanted to feature on the show Dive Bar that we filmed a while ago and on the podcast, because a lot of people talk great things about Bomb Diggity, but I don't hear too many people talking about it. And I'm like, we just need to give them a good shout out and get the word around and help my friends out there and make some good money.
Gem.
It really is. It's a hidden gem. And it's like, I feel like most people hear about it just through word of mouth and stuff like that. And I'm all about showcasing people and what they're doing, especially if it's amazing. Because I don't know if y'all know this, but I had Danny and Brent from Moonshine on the podcast a while back, and they were working at Bomb Diggity during the coronavirus stuff, because Moonshine was closed down, and they had nothing but great things to say about it. And then I kept hearing more and more about it, and I was like, damn, dude, I really need to reach out to these guys and get them on. So I'm glad y'all are here. We're going to start the podcast off today with a short segment called Oh, I'm sorry, Kendall. I forgot to say anything about you. Kendall is joining me today.
I was like,
I totally skimmed over you. I was like, oh, wait, I better stop now.
You were getting the eyeball.
I know, right? She's all like,
What about me,
I
ho?
don't exist over here.
I know. I'm just drinking, bro.
So Kendall, my coworker from Dodge, is joining us today. Aubrey was supposed to be here, but she couldn't. So I got Kendall over here.
I am
which
the sad replacement.
You're the best replacement I could ever think
thanks.
of. So we're going to start with a small segment called Rapid Fire. Pretty much I'm going to be shooting y'all some questions, and y'all just going to try to answer them as quick as possible, and then we can go back and we'll touch on some of your answers on why you answered it a certain way, or just maybe pick your brain about it. But I normally have a 30-second timer for each one. And Brandi, if you're ready,
I'm never ready.
I'll start with you, because I don't want your nerves to build while I'm going with other people.
Okay.
Ready? We'll get it over with.
What is it? What is it? Just shoot it.
She's like, hurry.
It's only 30 seconds. You got this.
Hold the pillow.
Hold the pillow. All right, I'm ready.
Her comfort.
All right. You ready?
No.
Has anyone ever told you that you are intimidating?
Yes.
Would you ever consider taking a vow of silence?
No.
No. Of the following, who do you most often go to for advice? A friend, a family member, a professional, or none?
A friend.
How often do your creative thoughts keep you from sleeping?
Every night.
Oh. Do you think it's important to challenge typical gender roles in dating?
Yes.
All right, and that's it. That's good 30 seconds. So people tell you that you're intimidating?
All the time.
Like, what is it? What is it about you that they find intimidating?
Just like I'm unapproachable. I look mean.
It's the RBF.
I didn't want to say
it's
it.
The RBF.
Is
No,
it?
yeah, but I'm very friendly. I'm very nice, but I get that a lot.
You just look mean, but as soon as they talk to you.
Yeah. I get that behind the bar all the time. They're like, a smile. I'm like, sorry. I'm like, I'm
smiling
here.
on the inside. What do you want
I
to
am
drink?
here. I'm smiling on the inside. I'm gladly to make your drinks. They were like, well, you look so mad right now. I was like, no. I was like, I have 10 things on my mind right now.
You're like, I'm just working.
I was like, I'm working. I'm so sorry. But it's like, even when I'm out, like, I get that all the time. They're like, oh, you look mad as hell. I was like, I'm not.
You're actually having a really good time.
I'm having a great time every time. I'm never mad. I'm hardly ever mad.
So all four of us here are bartenders, and one of the things that I personally just hate when people will say is when they tell me to smile.
Smile, yeah.
I hate it. It makes me feel like I'm just like, get the fuck out of here.
And I smile. No, they tell me to
makes me
smile. I'm
upset.
It makes me so mad. I always wonder if like guys get that because I feel like it's just like guys
Kendall.
telling girls.
So
All
when
the
somebody
time.
tells you to smile, you
All
don't
the
smile.
time.
Okay, but
Sometimes
who's telling the guys to smile? Is
Just
it like
customers.
middle-aged old women?
I
I don't know. I don't
Smile,
know.
honey.
I think
No,
so.
it's
I think
women
so.
too.
You know what
It's
I
women
do when they
too.
tell me
I
to
feel like
smile?
it's women the
It's
majority
women
of the time.
I
too.
give them the most fucked up smile I can.
They tell me
They're
that I'm like,
like, oh my god.
Oh,
what do
Like,
you want?
stop
No.
smiling.
Yeah.
I throw them a whole ass real smile.
Not me.
I do.
If
I really
they're nice
do.
about it, if they're tipping good, if I know you're gonna give me a quarter, then I'm like, fuck off. dude.
Fuck off.
See, most of the time it's the regulars. It's
Raw.
like smile.
Yeah.
I'm like, hi, I'm here. I hear you. I see you.
There really are
Yeah.
some times where I'm just like really focused on what I'm doing, so I'm just like going about it, and they're
With
like,
mean face.
"Why don't you smile?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god!" Like I'll try and be nice about it, like if I know them, right? But like,
Because we got like 20 things in our
yeah,
head.
That's exactly
Oh, I
what
gotta
it
you're
get
is.
this
taking
Yeah.
like 5
order
orders
in.
at a
Yeah.
time with like 10 drinks each. Like,
Yeah.
give me a second, dude.
Yeah, because most of the time I'm like super focused on something. Like, all right, I'm remembering all this shit, and
Yeah.
then some lady's like, "Hey, smile," and I was like, "Fuck!" There goes all my orders in my head.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And then you want to go back. Okay, what did you want? What did you want? What did you
Mine, bro.
want?
Or like I'm counting in my head, and they're like, "Hey, can I get this?" And I'm like, "What?" Like I lost the number I was at.
So, what typical gender roles are you challenging in your relationships, or do you ever find someone that's like real
What
combative?
a great question.
with that.
I wish I got asked this question.
What do you mean? I'm,
ahead,
I'm
go
I
ahead.
feel
I
like
mean,
I'm always
'cause,
challenging
for
men.
example, like
I'm always
like
challenging men for the role as a boyfriend.
Yeah.
no, just like in general, because
Yeah.
like society says that like men are supposed to be the breadwinners or like
Yeah.
be the protectors, whatever,
Yeah.
and that's not for everybody. Some girls are actually tougher than dudes out there. Like I know some tough bitches in the bar.
I wouldn't say I'm tough, but
I would say you're tough.
I have my shit together.
Do you ride a motorcycle?
I do.
You're a tough bitch.
Hey, she's a bad bitch.
I'm a whole ass, but first of all, I'm a whole ass daddy.
I wish you would have rode your bike here so you could have rode away in
Well,
the sunset.
it
with your
was
motorcycle helmet.
rainy. It was rainy outside.
She's
but
also a responsible bike
I do.
driver.
I feel like I do challenge men in relationships. Like I take care of myself. I take care of my kids. I work 2 jobs. I work for everything that I have.
Mm-hmm.
My car is paid off. My motorcycle's paid off. I have a whole ass camper. I just bought a boat with one of my friends, and guys just I don't know. Sometimes they come off to. I can't even get into this.
You made
I
her
could
mad.
not even get into this.
Maybe
Just
that
like,
touches on the
it's too
first question I
personal.
asked you about people telling that you're intimidating.
Yeah.
Because they see you rolling
They see
in a
me,
motorcycle with a
yeah.
resting bitch face. They're like, fuck, I'm not going to go talk to that girl.
Yeah.
But really,
But it's like I want, you know what I mean? Like I want people to come up to me. I'm like, I'm nice. Like, hi. Like, why don't, you don't like me because I have a motorcycle? Okay. Okay.
real
But
quick, how do you enjoy riding a motorcycle?
I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
Have you had any close calls?
No, because I'm a safe rider.
That's excellent.
I don't ride when it's rainy. I do not ride on the highway. I don't ride when I'm drinking.
Good.
So right now I haven't rode recently because my shifter actually flew off the last time I was
What?
riding. Yes. So
Like your
it's
shifter from each gear?
you
Oh.
change gears.
Uh-huh.
My shifter, it flew off while I was riding
Oh
the
my
last
God.
time.
What did
so
you do?
I dropped it back in the first and I rode it back to my house. In
glad
first
you-
gear, like putting. Picked up my car and went to look for my shifter.
So I used to
Yeah.
ride motorcycles, but I sold mine off just because it was just too dangerous. And I work like a little ways out of town, and every time I would ride my bike to work, it was like, oh shit, deer. And like, I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, close calls.
See,
and I was
that's
like, you
why
know
I
what?
won't ride
I just don't
NS.
need that.
Yeah.
But if my shifter fell off midway while driving, I would have freaked out.
I didn't
I would have
freak
been
out.
like, you know what? I'm just gonna bail.
But
And
she
I
was
would just
probably
jump
going
off.
35 down Navarro, too.
I was probably going about 35. No, it was 40 miles an hour. I was going
That's
40
still
miles
fast.
an hour.
That's still fast without a
Shifter
shifter.
flew
Oh, you can
off.
hurt
Yeah.
yourself going
You can
40.
hurt
Yeah,
yourself.
so like it
Really
just
bad.
like it could have hit. It could have hit me flying off, but it like
Absolutely.
flew behind me.
Oh my God.
Just
Scary.
dropped it down, turned up the side road, went back home in first gear. picked up my car to go look for my shifter because I want to park and like have somebody else like hit me on my bike looking for my damn
Or
part.
hit your shifter. Or
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that too. So
Well, kudos for you for keeping cool and managing that.
whole ass daddy.
whole ass daddy over here. All right, Amanda, you ready?
Maybe.
Oh.
Oh shit! All those questions were just
do
for
it.
me.
Yeah.
I'm all answering like they're mine.
All right.
No.
Chiming in.
And let's go. Are you a good liar?
I think so.
Ooh. I'm the worst.
How
liar.
often do you try new things like food, activities, music, whatever that you have never tried before?
Well, I say pretty often. I go to Austin quite a bit. I'm always into new things. My dude's pretty worldly, so I try to keep up with him.
Nice. On your days off, do you like to get out and make the most of your days, or would you rather sleep in and relax all day?
Well, I'm a full-time mom, so it just really depends on my days that I worked. So if I worked pretty hard previously, then I usually take the first day to decompress. But my toddler really doesn't let me sleep in, so I'm usually like up and at him about 9:30 a.m. But I would prefer to sleep in, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that. But even if I try my hardest to sleep in, I'm up and awake and like cleaning at like 9:45 a.m. I'm like, oh, it's 9:45. The birds are chirping and the sun is shining. I might as well get up. And the whole time I'm like, damn, I wish I would have slept in. I just can't. My body won't let me.
I feel that. I try to sleep in, but
It's
I
like
can't.
I'm 34 now. It's like
I
just
always
things are
sleep in.
different, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I am who I don't want to be. You know what I mean? And, like I'd love to be a fucking bum ass, but I'm not anymore.
All right, I got a couple more for you. What's your Hogwarts house?
Slytherin for sure.
Do you think it's a person's does a person's musical preference tell a good indicator on their intelligence?
Absolutely.
Are you more your own biggest fan or your toughest critic?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I think
Toughest
both. I'm really hard on myself, but I also am the one who picks myself up and pumps myself up. Because, I mean, ultimately, it's up to you on how you fucking do shit. You know what I mean? It's like you can't rely on anybody else. So it's like if you get in your slumps, I'm really good at getting low. But I'm also really good at picking myself up and just being like, get it, bitch. Like, it's only you. You got this. You got a baby you got to support. You got yourself you got to support. And it's only you. You can't depend on anybody else but yourself. So
I totally agree with you. I think that's actually one of the secrets to success is knowing how to deal with failure and how to pick yourself back up and keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people will fail at something and just kind of give up.
Yep.
And they just don't realize if they just put a little bit more effort in that they could achieve really great things. But it just takes, that courage to move forward. And you think you're a Slytherin? Have you taken a test?
no, I just like tend to lean towards the
Do you just feel it? You just feel it in your heart. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm a Slytherin.
Absolutely.
Why do you feel that?
like that deep, dark, mysterious, like, the snakes and like they just speak to me, it's like that's my
Oh.
people. So, I'm a snake in the grass, if you will.
Yeah. And why do you think you're a good liar? Have you gotten away with some things, or
A time or two.
A time or two.
The old Amanda might have been a little fucked up, but you learn from your mistakes, and I can lie if I need to.
I'm not gonna say that's a bad quality. That's probably a good quality because it could probably get you out of a lot of trouble.
And it's not even like sometimes you have to lie, you know what I mean? Like to not even benefit yourself, but sometimes benefit other people. It's like sometimes you can use the lying to help someone else out. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that in like a fucked up like.
Yeah, I totally get it. It's more of like a selfless lie.
Yeah.
Like, a lie that's not going to
Absolutely.
hurt no one, but only benefit somebody.
Yeah, and I mean it sounds kind of fucked up.
It does
so I
sound kind of
say
fucked up. But also, We play a lot of games the Elite4 does, and they're all games about deception and lying. And we'll get real deep into it. Where I was like, man, that hurt my friendship. Like, I believed you, and you were lying to me the whole time.
So there's like, the tough love kind of lie where you have to, it's like being honest with yourself or your friends and just being like, hey, you're fucking up, or hey, whatever. But there's also a benefit to lying to help someone out too, so it doesn't all have to be bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna say most time lying is bad, but there's a way you can make it good.
Yeah,
it's just those rare occurrences,
those white lies,
those little white lies.
I'm the worst liar.
Hey, white liar.
All right, Kendall, you're up next. You ready?
Sure.
All right. If you were driving and suddenly noticed the car behind you was a police car, how would you feel?
Scared.
Is it easier to love or hate?
Love.
Ooh. Do you leave the lights on after leaving a room when they are no longer necessary?
No.
How are your teeth?
Nope. Clean.
Nice. What? Just a random one. Which of these?
How are your teeth? They're doing pretty good right now. Thanks for
I feel
asking.
like I have the weird question.
Which
why
of
did you
these?
ask me my Harry Potter house?
Which of these comic book archetypes do you most closely identify with? Superhero, vigilante, sidekick, or villain?
Villain.
Would you cosplay at a Comic-Con?
Yes.
Nice. All right, that's all I had for you.
Okay, go on.
Who would you cosplay as?
I don't know. I went with a friend one time and I did like Poison Ivy only because I had red hair at the time.
Okay. I mean, do you have a character in mind that you would want to dress up as, or maybe like a favorite character?
Not right now, no. I'm like, but I'll do it.
Why do you say it's easier to love than hate? Because, behind the bar, I see people piss you off real quick.
Yeah, no, I feel like I answered that wrong.
I know. I noticed you were thinking about it.
Yeah, I was like, wait, give me a second. I wasn't ready, okay? She wasn't ready.
All right, take some time. Go ahead.
No, I feel it definitely is easier to hate. Like,
I think it's easier
I
to
feel
hate.
like it's easier to make me mad than like, I don't know. It's just people do like, they say stupid shit like on the side of the bar, like at the
all
bar,
the time.
like. Okay, you were there that one day where she was like, what kind of flavors do you have for margaritas? And I said
Oh,
mango.
my God.
She's like, what kind of mango? And I was like,
Bitch, mango.
Was it what
kinds of
kind? I
mango
can't remember
are
if she
there?
asked what
So
color
you
or
gotta
what
turn around with
kind.
a smile.
And
Just
yeah,
mango.
she said, what kind of mango? I was like,
yeah, that's
regular?
what it was.
I
Yeah,
was like, what?
I was like, tell her the blue kind.
Yeah, and he was like,
Oh
you should have
my
said we
God.
have blue.
We got
like,
blue
main
mango,
colors.
red mango. Like,
I was like, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
I am the worst because I
And
would
they
have been so
come,
nice
they,
about it.
they come up and they're so serious about it, and I'm just like,
Working at sports and then working at Bomb Diggity is like night
Yeah.
and day. Because it's
Well,
like,
see-
we're real quick to pop off at sports. But then
Yeah.
at Bomb
But
Diggity, it's like,
Aircrafters, we were all about the people.
oh, yeah, same.
So then,
That too.
for me, going to Aircrafters to
Real
Bomb Diggity, it was
personable.
just like, okay.
an easy transition for you.
all about the people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so if they would ask
It's
me
a
that,
different
like,
type
what
of
kind of mango?
crowd
I'm like,
also.
Yeah.
just regular, just mango. Like, this is the flavor we have. I would show them the box. Like, this
Yeah.
is it. Like,
This
I
is
would
a
have been
box
so nice
O
about it,
mango.
but mad at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, irritated. Like,
I
this
feel
is the
like
only
it's-
fucking mango.
it's also different types
Yeah.
of people that like go
Definitely.
up, when they're like up there and like, okay, like what kind of mango? And
Yeah.
I'm like,
It also
why are you
depends-
talking to me stupid? You just asked me what kind of mango.
Yeah.
Like what?
It also depends on how busy you are. Like,
Oh,
I don't have time
yeah.
for this bullshit.
Okay, so don't think we don't get
Like those little rush and those instant bursts.
crazy ass. I want to say stupid, but I want to be nice.
Not
like
smart.
at the bar, not smart people at the bar, and they like the ones that walk up and like, oh, I want Okay, while you think about it, I'm gonna go to the next person. Like,
yeah. Or they're like,
those.
hi, over here, and then they're like, So what do you want?
Yeah.
Girl.
I'm like, why'd you
Oh,
call me
I want
over?
this. Oh, also I need this. Oh, also I need this one for
Yes.
this person.
After
I'm
you
like,
like ran
anything
down,
else
came
before
back.
I walk away. Do you
Ran
need
down, came
anything
back.
else?
No.
Do you need something back there? Because I'm going now.
Yeah.
It's now or never. I
Like
have
at the
no
end of the
patience.
bar, dude.
I hate being nice.
I'm like
to her.
hostile as fuck. I don't care.
Dude, I'm the same way. One thing that I do a lot is when I ask you what you want, and if you take more than 5 seconds to say it,
3
I'm
seconds.
gone. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
I'm like 1, 2. Now, as soon as I hit 5, I'm like, "What do you want now?" And like you're just like, I'm just pushing you,
You
back
missed
in the
your
line.
moment.
Yeah.
You missed your moment, and then normally though they know because then I'll come back.
They're like,
and I'll be
"Were you ready
"What do
now?"
want?"
Like, oh, I
and
fucked
they're just
up.
like instantly they're gonna shoot off to me. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
good, like thanks, like you know.
You should have had that together before I asked
like
you.
you were waiting here for a few minutes already, and then like, what have you been doing this whole time?
But you know what? I feel like that's how they learn. It's that
Yeah.
tough love.
Yeah.
You know what? You walk away, you come back, and they're like, But I guarantee you that they're fucking ready the next time they
Yeah,
show up.
exactly. Every time they're gonna be ready
It's like,
every time.
and they're
now.
gonna be like asking their friends before they walk up to the bar. It's like, whose tab is this on? Are y'all all paying together? Do you have your fucking card ready? Because I don't want you to dig out for $26.50 out of your wallet while I'm standing here waiting on
when
you.
they pull out like
You know you're gonna
$1
have to
bills.
pay. Why don't you
and
have your money
quarters.
ready? You know it's gonna be more than $20, so why don't you have 40 or your fucking debit card? Like let's make it snappy, people. It's like I don't
hate
have
that.
time
So this
for
is
this
like
shit.
real bar talk.
Yes. Oh, we getting crazy over here?
They do that a lot where they're like, their purse is all the way over here to the side. And
Oh,
they're
let me go
doing
get
it.
my purse. It's at my table. I'm like,
And then they ask for all these things, and I'm like, all right, $12. And they're like, okay.
Or
And then
what-
they pull it out. They're like doing $1 at a time. And then they look for like the 75 cents. Like, here's a quarter, here's a dime. And I'm just like,
What's
meanwhile, 10 people
Yeah.
behind me yelling at me. And I'm like, all right.
girl, get your girl. Get your girl.
Get your girl.
This is her fault. I want everyone to know this is her fault.
Everyone stare at her, yell at her. Make her do it.
So you're saying on Bomb Diggity y'all have a different crowd than y'all do at sports.
Definitely.
What kind of crowd do y'all have over there?
Like family oriented.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bunch
Most
of
of the
like
people that sit at
business
the bar-
owners,
Yeah.
like oil field workers. Like they come from the plant because it's like closer. Like they, take the back roads to the Bomb Diggity.
Okay.
Um,
There's a lot of single guys and
Yeah.
or couples that sit at the bar.
yeah,
and towards
couples.
the end of the night, it's just a lot of people that got up from their table because they were closed or whatever.
Yeah.
And they'll come sit at the bar for their last round of drinks or whatever. Usually we make the most of our money in that last hour we're
Yeah,
open.
definitely.
And what's cool and not cool about working at Bomb is that it's kind of volume based as far as when we close. So we can close at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. depending on how busy we are.
Oh, okay.
Because of
Yeah.
COVID hours, typically they think they were open till midnight, but
Yeah.
but then they close at 10, and now they're just trying to figure out what they're doing.
Yeah.
So if we're a packed house at 10 p.m., we're not closing, which I'm
because
down for
Yeah,
that.
for
well,
sure,
because we
right?
have our license till a certain
Midnight,
time.
yeah. So I mean, and if at 11, I usually base it on like we close at 10. But if we're a full house at 11, like I'll usually start wrapping it up about 10 or so, depending on how busy we are, sometimes 9. And
Yeah.
then, but most of the time people know we close at 10 and they'll start phasing themselves out. So it's not a big deal. But yeah, the people that come in there are the same people that come in there usually every night.
All the time.
They know who we are. I work like once a month. So,
Okay.
because we both work at a salon together in Victoria, W&W Salon, shout out.
WW4.
But we, I don't know. It's just, it's pretty cool. So like I work once a month, and I don't have the same personable things that she does. She knows everyone that comes in by first name. I'm like, you look familiar. I think I might have
like,
met you
oh,
last
that's
time.
so
Last month.
They're like, are you new here? And I'm like, no, are you? It's like, nobody knows who I am. And every time I work, I have a different.
I still get people that been there like regulars. So like, oh, did you just start working? I was like, first of all, I started last summer. Who are you?
Yeah, I've been working. So I was actually the first bartender.
Yeah.
That worked at Bomb Diggity
After
COVID. So like when I was working at Aerocrafters when they shut down because of COVID. Nobody was working.
Yeah.
No bars were working, and one of our clients came in and they were like, "Yeah, the owners of Bomb Diggity are bartending because all of their bartenders went to all the new restaurants and then they got closed down.
Oh no.
Yeah, so they didn't have any bartenders, and my kid was at his dad's for the weekend, and I was like, tell him I'll go to, it was a Thursday night, I'll never forget, and I was like, tell him I'll go tonight to work if I can work Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. They were like, bring your ass. So I went up there. They didn't know my name. They didn't know who I was. I went and filled out an application and started that night. And they're like, do you know Aloha? And I'm like, with my eyes closed. And I just jumped up and they were like, okay, well, you got it. So,
yeah, you know what to do.
And it was just learning their drinks. And I mean, I've been in the service industry for 15 years. So if you can make a drink, you can make a drink. You know what I mean? It's just learning. If you can bartend, you can literally bartend anywhere. It's just learning the bar, learning their drinks, learning their steps
specialty drinks.
Yeah, learning their steps of service, learning what they expect with guests and stuff. So it's pretty, if you can adapt to change, then you can bartend anywhere usually.
Yeah, and you know what? With all your experience, I'm sure it was real easy for you to just go on in and just excel over there.
Yeah, I'm like a.
I've only had helicopters.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come right back. Hey there. I just want to take a second to thank you for watching the Elite4 podcast. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, because that really helps our channel grow. And if you're feeling extra generous, share us with a friend. Tell your mom about us. Tell anyone. We greatly appreciate you here at Elite4. Now back to the podcast. All right, guys, and we're back. So we're gonna go into the second segment I have for y'all. It's couch therapy, where I ask y'all questions that the viewers have wrote in, and put on your glasses.
I need them.
They look good. They look good on you.
That one specific question.
I think those were meant for you.
I think so too.
I
literally found these on a skeleton head, and I was like, "Ooh, what are these?" And they're like, "You can have them." So they're mine now.
Yeah.
They look better on you than the skeleton.
Yeah, the skeleton doesn't need them no more.
Thank you.
But I have a few questions that I would like to ask y'all. Don't mind Doug. He's off screen. He's doing good. He's doing good.
He's vibing out.
You're doing good, Doug. What I'll do is I'll ask y'all as a group the question, and then we can all just kind of put our 2 cents in and see who stands where on things. A lot of times I find it that people have different opinions on things, and you just never know what people think about. But this is a question from Anthony from here in Victoria, Texas, and he writes, if you had 2 weeks free and an unlimited budget, where would you go and what would you do? I think for me, to start things off, I think I would go probably to Japan for a good 2 weeks and just go everywhere. Go to all the different cities. Go to rural Japan, and just sightsee a little bit. Go to different bars, because I'm sure the bar life over there has to be completely different. Because I see videos of those guys chipping away at little ice blocks and making their Japanese whiskey and stuff like that. And also, I'm also really big into anime because I'm a huge nerd. And that's where that culture comes from. So
I know when you said that, I was like, that's so fitting. It's obvious for you.
I would have never thought that at all.
Really?
Oh, I was like,
not at all.
Of course.
All my Dragon Ball Z stuff.
You're like cute camera.
I don't know where I would go.
Anywhere you want.
2 weeks, all expenses paid, all the money in the world. That's all you got? You don't know?
Brandi, tell me, where you want to go?
Use your imagination.
I have nowhere that I want.
What about anywhere you would like to ride your bike to?
Just out of town. Get the courage to ride out of town.
Stick with me, kid. I'll show you the world.
No, for real, right?
Get on my magic carpet. We'll go to places.
I really can't think of anything. I have no intention to go out of the country and go visit.
Really?
Yeah,
stay in Victoria forever.
Well, I mean, I like the U.S.
The U.S.
I like the U.S.
Cool.
I mean,
New Mexico.
I don't know. I mean, I've been to a couple of states. I don't know.
Where have you been?
I've been to Chicago, been to Florida, New Mexico, Arizona, Florida.
Have you ever been to the
Arkansas.
East Coast? Ever ride your bike down the East Coast?
Which way is the East Coast?
It's like New York and
New York, New York side.
York and down.
here on the right side.
Just Chicago and Florida.
Hmm.
So, but it's like, I don't know. I'm content with everything. So I can't even think of
Well, good
anything.
for you. That's
Yeah.
it's good to be content.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe
A simple girl with strong roots. I get it.
Bahamas?
I think that,
I don't
like,
know.
if
That'd be
Like,
cool.
it looks
everyone was
good.
more content with their lives, that we'd be more happy. You know, I feel like a lot of
think
people
so?
want more out of life, so they're unhappy and they feel like they could be doing more. You
Oh,
know,
no.
it's like
Yeah.
if you're content, you're just
Yeah,
I
I'm
like-
kind of content.
I like
yeah.
to be adventurous, though.
It's well, same. Yeah, like if it comes up, like yeah, I'd go somewhere. But
so
like,
if the opportunity arises, you do it. But
So like
not
you would
nec-
need someone to be like, hey, let's go here.
hey, let's go here.
And you'd be like, yeah, let's
yeah,
go.
let's go.
Like you wouldn't
But
be opposed
it's
to
not,
it.
No, I
you just
wouldn't.
don't have it in your head. where to
Definitely,
go.
I would not be opposed to it, but I'm not like in my
Yeah.
head like, oh, I need to go here. I need to go here. I need to
Oh.
go here.
That
To
makes
be
sense.
content with life.
So you're like a passenger.
Yeah, I guess
Like
so.
you need someone to drive you, but
Yeah.
you're
But
down
she's
for
like
the
that
ride.
Well,
friend
I'd
you can
probably
take
drive.
with you.
I'd
Oh.
probably drive, but I'm content with that.
fucking down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down.
You're down.
She's down as
But-
bitch.
Yeah.
You can take her with you.
That's for sure. She definitely is a down ass bitch.
Yeah.
What about y'all? Where would y'all go? What would y'all do?
I feel like mine is super basic, but like I've always really wanted to go to Europe. I was like obsessed with Paris for like a long time, and like Italy and all that.
Yeah, what would you do over there, though?
Eat lots of food, because if you've seen Miguel's Snapchat, I like food.
Oh, she's
Like all the snacks.
constantly eating.
He only gets me when I'm eating. That's what it is. Okay.
I wait for it.
I don't know. I like food. I think like Greece is really cool. I'd want to go to like Asia, all over there, and just like see everything. I like pretty places, like mountainous, snowy places, just like woodsy, country looking stuffs. I don't know. Anything scenic, and like whoever has good food.
What country do you think over there has the best food? Do you think it's France, Italy, Rome?
Oh my god. Okay. I
Come
mean,
on, who makes spaghetti?
they say like like Paris has the best food, right? But I don't know. Like
The French?
yeah.
I think the French has the best food.
I don't know, dude. Like I've never tried it, so I couldn't tell you.
I'd say the Italians. Where's that
Italian
at?
food.
Italy.
That's true.
Italy.
Italians are
Italy.
Oh my god.
She doesn't get out much, guys. She just
No,
told
look
us.
at that.
She doesn't like to venture out unless it's someone else's idea.
Yeah. You're right.
Now I did hear. I know someone who was like from Italy, and they were like, Olive Garden is stupid, and they were like, Italian food is nothing like Olive Garden. And they were just going on about how, like, I don't know, they were talking about all the stuff they ate there, and I was like, it sounds cool. Like, I'll eat it. I'll try it. But, I don't know. If we're talking Europe, yeah, but honestly, I, like, love, like, Vietnamese food and, like, Thai food. And that's my favorite currently, right? But I've never tried anything from Paris or Italy, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I think, you know what? But
I'm down to try it, though.
Olive Garden's
That's
bomb as fuck. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but Olive Garden always hits a spot for me when it comes to pasta. If I want pasta,
Yeah.
I'm going to Olive Garden. But I do think that we Americanize a lot of different types of
Yeah.
food, because I hear the same thing about like Japanese food and what we eat over here, and also for Chinese food, like the Chinese food that we eat at
Oh,
buffets.
yeah.
That's not really Chinese
Not
food,
at all.
but for us Americans, that's
It
Chinese
is,
food.
right?
Like, you know,
And that's what they were comparing it to. They're like, the Chinese you eat at a buffet, that's really not like
Americanized.
Chinese food, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's good. I mean, I would be down to go to Italy and just
I don't
fucking
know.
just
I like
slurp it
anything
all
like-
up over there.
All the nice food, all the scenic places, like that's what I want to do.
Nice.
So yeah. Yeah.
All right, what do you got?
So definitely somewhere with some fucking clear water and some white sand and
yes.
some
That was my second choice.
sunshine. Let's be close to the equator, like I'm
Bora
trying to-
Bora.
Talking like
Texas.
Caribbeans?
Please, yes. I
Caribbeans,
want to see my
Bahamas.
fucking toenail polish at the bottom of the beach, at the bottom of the
that would be
water.
so
Like,
dope.
I want to be like Kim Kardashian and leave my like
Diamond
2
earring
carat
and
diamond
diamond
ring in the
ring.
bottom. I'm like, oh no.
You did so much more calm than
I'm just
her.
trying to be like a, well, I can buy another one, you know? So, But yeah, I've been where the Pacific Ocean and the Sea of Cortez meets, and it is just truly a surreal experience watching the two different colors of the ocean combine in Mexico.
What? That sounds crazy.
Cabo?
And it's pretty incredible.
So you're saying that there's
a dark blue with a light blue, and they just kind of like fucking mesh into one.
I've seen pictures, but I've never seen it in real life.
Yeah,
And
I've
it's
seen
just-
pictures.
I'm trying to book a cruise, so.
And you know, I honestly have always been against cruises because I don't want to be limited on what I can and can't do.
Yeah.
You know, but also it's a good way to see a bunch of different things at one time, especially if you're not someone who would typically go do those things on your own. So it's like Brandi would go on a cruise and have a fucking time of her life, and she'd be like, "Oh my god, I went to the Honduras and I went to here and I went to here and I went to here," but it's like
It kind of gives
I
you
want to
like a
get
preview.
out and a preview basically,
Yeah.
and I want to get out and hang out with the locals and get down and dirty, and like I don't want to do the touristy shit. I want to like.
I'm like,
I feel like it would be cool, like, if you haven't really, like, explored before, you can
Absolutely.
be, like, get a little taste of everything and then decide where you want to go, you know?
Yes. And it, you know, going to those, like, and I don't want to say third world countries, but they really are. It really humbles you because you come back home and you see things that we don't necessarily have to deal with.
yeah,
You know,
a lot
you
of things
come
that we
home-
take for granted, right?
Absolutely, like being able to drink the running water, and you know, being able to go get a job
don't
at a
drink the
call
running
center,
water.
or being able to go to get a job at a fucking a plastics company that makes plastics that, you know, harm our earth. You know, it's like, and making $100,000 a year. It's like you don't get to do that in Mexico. It's like, you either join the fucking cartel or you have to come to America and fight for your life, or it just really makes you, like, traveling out of the country really makes you appreciate and humble you, because America really does.
It makes you more cultured.
It's a blessing and a curse.
I don't know.
Yeah, right?
I was in Cabo
sucks,
once.
I'm content with
and,
it. I was like, it sucks. I'm content with how everything is.
But
I'm fine with Pebble Beach.
But life experiences really kind of change your perspective.
know,
Because I had
I
never
know.
been out of the country until I went to Mexico. And Mexico ain't shit compared to what the world has to offer you. But it really does. I mean, I literally watched a man push his wife, who was in a wheelchair with no legs, up a steep ass hill, cobblestone hill, to go sell chicles to support their family. And his feet are bow-legged and he has no pinky toes, and he's just that's what they do every day, all day long, because that's how they do it. It really just like, damn, I left my phone at the fucking hacienda, so it's like, I guess I can live without my phone. Like, this man's like really struggling in life, you know? So it just like really kind of puts things in perspective, and
A struggle on a different level that we
that
can't
shit
even
that
imagine.
you'll never forget. You know,
Yeah.
it's
I
like,
saw that when I was, like, little bitty, like, because, we would go visit family in the valley, and then Mexico's right there. So when you're crossing the border, there's this little bridge.
Like Progresso.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yes.
what I'm talking about. And under that bridge, there's little kids, like, with, like, empty gallons on sticks, like, asking you for money. And,
yep.
like, families just, the whole time you're going down the street, everyone's selling everything they possibly can sell. And it's so sad because you can't buy everything. We went, like, a couple blocks down and spent, like, $300 because we were buying every bracelet, every earring, every candy, every,
Oh
like,
my God.
bundle.
Yeah.
So, like...
and you know, a lot
That's
of people are
legit
like,
how it
oh,
is, and I
those
think that's-
vendors were bothering us on our 5-star
No.
resort. And it's like,
They're-
those
Most of them
vendors
are
are
just
trying to
like
support
playing
their
music.
fucking family.
Yeah.
It's like,
Playing music.
here's
stuff
$20.
Like that.
I don't want anything. Just keep
But
it.
it's not like they're just panhandling, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're
They
trying
have
to
something to
provide
offer
you
you.
a tiny service.
Yep.
Like, they make something for
like,
you.
give me the henna tattoo of the
I
donkey
got
dick.
this in
I'll
Mexico.
take it.
Yeah, I got this necklace in Mexico for, like, $5.
25 cents, or yeah, exactly.
And I was like, what the
And I think that's more of why I'm content to where I am, because I see how everybody else is. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, like, this is better than how they're living.
Yeah, so you don't want more because
Yeah.
you don't think you need more.
I don't want more because I don't think I need more.
Yeah. And so, kind of evens out.
Yeah.
I've never been to Mexico, but oh man, I think I would literally just buy everything up.
It's pretty much what we do.
I got that big heart, so I'll be like, I'll just be feeling bad for
Yes.
everybody.
You're like,
yes,
chiclets
just
for
take my
5 cents a
wallet.
piece.
Dude,
I'll
this
take the whole
bracelet's
fucking
from
box.
Mexico.
Yeah.
This ring, like... And it's like cool shit. Like, dude, my dad and my grandpa got their boots shines, like nicely shined.
Damn.
For $5. And I was like, you better tip him 20. Like, it was a little kid. He was like 8 years old, 10 years old probably. And he was going above and beyond.
And like that's something that's just unheard of here in the States.
Oh yeah.
Like an 8-year-old like
I
doing
try to
work.
keep it in mind when I get
like
frustrated.
no,
Like, you go to the rodeo, they want to shine your boots for $20.
Dude, instantly, right? Their parents would be crucified for that kind of stuff.
I was so shook. My dad, we went to like a store, like a little grocery store, and he followed him. He's like, would you like your boots shine? He's like, well, let me go shopping and then like come find me later. This little boy literally waited outside the grocery store, followed him to the restaurant that we went, and he was like, are you ready now? And I was like, Dad, give him all the money. And he only charged him $5. Like, he waited like 30 plus minutes just to shine his shoes.
Damn.
Like, they really be working for what they got.
All right, I have another question for y'all.
Sorry that got
I
so
hope
deep.
it's not the one
No, that was good.
They're
Y'all good. I like it. I love it, actually. That's what we do here. All right, Timmy from Victoria, Texas, he writes, if you can make an update to the human body, what feature would you include? So I guess this goes anything.
I want to pee outside.
Okay.
They have utensils that you can use to do that.
Utensils. I feel like I have a couple friends.
Wait,
Kendall,
what was the question?
What feature would that be, Kendall? Tell
The
me.
human body, not necessarily like your human body, but the human body as a whole.
Yeah, as a
or-
whole, like
As a whole,
I guess
dude,
if you
I feel
could,
like on women, we
I
should
mean,
battle.
but I think you would choose something that would benefit yourself as well, too,
I'm
right?
saying myself,
You'd be a little
okay?
biased on your choice on what you can update.
Well, that's literally the only thing I can think of right now.
Or what would be cool? I mean, Kendall, it's funny how
gotta pee or
you.
what?
She's always peeing outside. She
Shut
pees
up.
outside all
no,
the
I
time.
Don't. Stop.
Same.
No, I feel like
Okay, like
I'm
Papa
just playing.
Squatter,
Not
stand
that
up.
much. It's not that much.
I feel like there's
Just get
so
the
many
sheebie.
girls, like, you go, like, to, like, a hangout, right? And
Okay.
all the guys are just peeing outside, and the girls are just, like, waiting to go in the restroom. 'Cause,
Hell
you
no,
know,
I don't wait.
I'm just like...
What do you mean? Oh wait, what do you
It's
do?
just like...
I go pee outside.
You
Fuck
can't.
that.
It's a little more messy.
Pop a squat.
It's a little more
Fuck
messy,
that.
you know?
It's a little messy.
Like,
It's a little messy.
It's just like, I'd rather just, like, psst, and be done. You know, instead of, like... And, like, kind of...
So
wiggle.
you just want to stand and pee somewhere. That's what you want to do.
Yeah. I want to pee
Like-
like a boy.
Yeah,
That's
you
it.
want to pee like a boy.
I'm not going to get into the graph.
That's
All right,
a good-
so what was the question again?
If you,
How to modify the human body.
yeah, if you could update the human body, what feature would you add?
Human body.
Yeah, it goes female or male.
Human
Your
body.
choice. Your choice.
That was my-
I think I would do some kind of like telepathy. Like maybe like if you're like close enough friends with someone, you can like
Really?
talk to them without like actually like speaking to them
With
That's
their
already a
permission.
thing.
With
But-
their permission.
with their permission,
Right?
right? Like
Yeah.
you
That's already
know,
a thing.
kind of.
Like, it could be
Yes.
like a little switch you could turn on and off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to where we don't have
Like,
we
oh,
don't have
I
to
give
speak,
you
but we have to be
telepathy.
good friends, right?
You're
So
like, hey.
it's like I could do that to like a stranger, but if we're
Yeah.
good friends and have that kind of bond, that connection, that's like an update that we can both do. Because I
That's
think that
like,
would just be cool as fuck.
Avatar shit. Like
Yeah.
Doc.
Exactly. I think I would choose someone like that. Just because I think you know, especially like me and Kendall behind the bar. Imagine if we didn't have to speak.
Girl, first
and
of
we
all,
were
You're
just
like,
like,
don't serve
bitch.
that bitch at the end of the bar.
Exactly.
and we're like, yeah, I'm like,
Just
cool.
cut off.
She
You know,
doesn't even tip, dude.
she doesn't tip, like you know.
Just like, don't even look at her.
The worst. I think
Can ask for a quarterback.
that's what I would go with though. I think that would be
I never
mine.
asked for my quarterback.
Dude, if they don't get me changed, I'm like, okay. Fine. Keep it.
I don't even know what part I would update.
I feel like I would make sure that every human being has compassion. Because that's like something that people have to learn, and not everybody learns that.
Some of them
Yeah,
do lack
that makes
it.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, having compassion would eliminate a lot of the problems we have in our world. And
Everywhere.
And I think of that having compassion would also help people stay in their fucking lane and mind their own fucking business. So it's like a double-edged sword, you know?
Yeah, that's actually a really good answer. I'm not gonna lie, because that's good. Because you're right, that would solve like a lot of problems.
Because, you know, like the racism, the fucking stereotypical behavior that people develop over time that learn from their fucked up families.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's something that has to be taught. at a young age, you know, or
Yeah.
unlearned at an older age. Like, I feel like everything that's being canceled now is things that people are like learning that's like, hey, that's not okay anymore. Like, we can't think like that anymore. It's racist, or it's sexist, or it's you know, misogynistic, or it's like things that you're like, hey, wait, that's not okay because this makes people feel this certain way. That's also, you know, it's like, you should already fucking know that. It shouldn't be something that you have to be taught.
Yeah, but it's so surprising
but
how
they learn that from their parents or their grandparents or however they're raised or the environment that they're in. So it's just kind of fucked up.
It is fucked up. It's a lot of fucked up shit up there, everywhere. And I think you're right. I think if people were just more compassionate and just knew what other people felt and what they were going through, they'll just be more understanding.
And anyone with like any kind of like physical disabilities or mental disabilities, or, you know, it's just, oh, they're not like me, but that doesn't make them bad, or that doesn't make them fucked up, or that doesn't make them or me any less, you know? So
yeah, that's a good answer.
Thanks.
Yeah, we can't top that. Next question.
Yeah, Brady's like, I don't even want to try. I don't even want to try.
Next.
I take back my answer.
Yeah.
I take it back. Brady's like, I just want some better taste buds.
Yeah.
Everybody
needs to smell or taste all the fucking time. Like,
What's so funny is I was originally going to say that, but I'm like, I don't want to steal that from Brandi. I wish that everyone had all of their senses.
All the time.
But
no matter what.
Should be compassion also. We should add that to the major senses, compassion.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. It might be. I know we have our major senses, and then they break them down to even more.
Emotionally.
Yeah. All right, guys. I have one more question. This one.
Oh, we right. I'm going to take my glasses off for this one.
All right. Haley from Port Lavaca says, or she writes, me and my boyfriend have been together for 5 years, and we both work at a Walmart together. We live paycheck to paycheck and had multiple conversations about finding better jobs, but he is content with working at Walmart. I've gotten a second job to make ends meet, and he spends all his spare time playing video games. I've been thinking about leaving him and searching for something more financially stable, but I'm afraid if I break up with him, he will stop going to work and self-sabotage himself. I really love him and care about him a lot, and I don't want to do anything to ruin his life. Please help me deal with my relationship. Tough one. It's a real tough one.
First, actually.
That's like hard. That's
Okay, so
heavy.
first of all, Haley, I must say I appreciate your compassion
There you go.
towards your boyfriend. But also, there comes a moment where you have to put all that aside and focus on yourself, because ultimately we are the ones who support ourselves and take care of ourselves. And also, when you're looking for a partner in life, you're looking for someone who's willing to give 100. And it seems like your partner is only giving like 35%, because 100% would be doing whatever he needs to support his family, which is you. And you're doing what you need to do as far as working 2 jobs and looking for something else, i.e. your partner, to help out more. And I think that there comes a point in our relationship, and it seems like you're kind of young, because as you get older, you get a little bit more jaded, and you start to, filter the bullshit in relationships.
True.
And you, Haley, darling, as you get older, you're gonna be like, you know what, fuck you, bro. There's more to life than working at Walmart. And it's good to have goals and aspirations in life, so that way you have something to work towards.
But
there's
she's
always
worried about him self-sabotaging himself.
not her problem. So
That's tough, though. That's tough.
That's what makes it.
I got second.
That is what makes it like.
So, like,
heart.
if you
I'm
were,
just like-
if people are, I mean, I understand that you're concerned about your boyfriend self-sabotaging, but like, I would suggest he, do more in life or do more in your relationship and apply himself more. But if he's not interested, then like you ultimately have to look out for yourself. And you could also encourage him to seek the help that he needs, because if his first instinct is to self-sabotage rather than do more in life, then he clearly has some mental issues that he needs to work on, and therefore he might need some therapy, which there's nothing wrong with that, because I'm 100%, I support therapy. I go to therapy when I need to, and I just think that as an adult, we need to strive to be better. We need to be productive members of society. We need to do more for ourselves and our family, and I think that your boyfriend needs to do more. Honestly, it's like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting your partner to provide as much as you provide, because that's just the bare fucking minimum, really, though.
Yeah, you're right.
Just do more.
Yeah.
Really, as a human being, like you should do more. That's it. Apply yourself in every aspect of life. Like if the amount of effort that you put into your life really speaks on you as a person. So if all you want to do is play video games, then hey bro, like clearly we're not a match anymore. Like I need more out of life. So Haley, I think that you got some self-searching and some reflecting to do, and there's nothing wrong with that. We all have our wheels and our shades and chapters of our book.
I basically agree with everything she said, and the whole self-sabotaging thing. I feel like I've been in that position, and like there's been times where like my significant other is so like going through their own things, but they just make it about them, and they like don't really consider me, and it turns into like, for me, it turns into my responsibility to take care of them, right? Like I don't really take care of myself because I'm like fair. I'm too worried about them. Eventually, like as time goes on, you kind of realize like that's not your job, you know, and you can try to help them out and help them with their issues, but unless they want to do that themselves, and they want to make a change, and they want to take care of themselves, and they want to go to therapy, and they want to talk things out, like you really can't do anything until they decide. So for like Haley, like she really can't do much for her dude until he decides to make that change. Yeah. So she needs to take care of herself, and if he's not matching her energy and her effort, then like let him go.
Yeah, let him go, right?
Because
Absolutely.
she's doing everything she can, and like I understand where you feel like it's your responsibility to take care of this guy that you've been with for the last 5 years, but he's not really doing anything to like help himself. So why should you? And that's pretty much it.
I agree with you too, Brandi. What do you think?
Same.
They the same thing. Yeah, same thing.
Same.
I'm like, it's 2021.
No,
We ain't got time for the bullshit.
Yeah, I think I totally agree with y'all, and I would echo on everything that y'all say. I would say that whenever you have feelings with someone, it definitely can make some decisions harder to make.
It's definitely hard, especially when you love and care about that person and been with them for so long.
But ultimately, he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're still young. I'm sure if he doesn't go to Walmart anymore for his job, he can go to Target and find a job there. I'm sure he's going to be fine. So I would say put yourself first. Get a better job.
They don't take advantage of their employees like Walmart does. First of all, fuck Walmart. Okay. So why don't you work for H-E-B? They come through for people who during the hurricane, during the freeze, during everything.
I hear Lowe's is cool, Home Depot, you know. Like there's other places.
Guys, it's getting a little late, so we need to wrap things up. If y'all want to do a quick shout out,
let's get started. No, I'm just kidding.
Brandy's like, all my nerves are finally gone.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, my nerves are. Right? I'm done twisting the tie with the
She's like, I'm just hugging it because it's an elbow rest.
Yeah.
If y'all want to do a quick shout out to Bomb, let your fans come see you. Let them know where they can find you at.
I'm the top bartender. Yes, come see us at the Bomb Diggity.
Go see Brandi. Brandi.
We're amazing. We have great food, family oriented. Bring your babies. It is awesome.
Are dogs invited?
Dogs are unfortunately not invited because we're inside. I know. I'm sorry. It's an inside restaurant, inside bar. So.
What days do you work out there?
We are open Wednesday through Saturday, Wednesday through Friday. Actually, Wednesday through Saturday, 5 to 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we heard it from here. Go to Bomb Diggity, Inez, Texas. They have great food, great drinks, great bartenders. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
I never had a father.